Hey Gemini, how you doing? I hope you are really well. My name is Diane and we're going to do a general reading for May to see what comes up. You are so welcome here as always, you know, whether you're new to the channel or whether you're one of my lovely subscribers. I really appreciate you being here, and you know, hopefully the reading will resonate with you and you'll enjoy it, and if it does and you do and you feel like liking and subscribing for me, I'd appreciate that a lot. I also have a new channel, Gemini, called How to Train Your Caterpillar, which is, excuse me, a spiritual life coaching channel. So if you feel like checking that out, the link will be in the description box underneath the video. So I'm going to pull an oracle card to start off the reading. So what is going on for Gemini? You got all three, huh? Okay. Wow, you got four. You got five, Gemini. What the hell? Okay, you have Lioness. You've earned all your stripes. So you're coming into some kind of stabilization period at the moment, because that's a number 4 as well. It's almost like a fairy tale. Something's going to happen that's kind of like a fairy tale. You know, like sometimes in fairy tales, like there's, you know, the hard part, like the heroine or the hero of the story, like they have to get through the hard part and then it all has a happy ending. I feel like that's what's coming towards you now. Yeah, you've definitely put the work in and earned all your stripes, and I feel like it's like a reward situation now, like good things are coming towards you now. And the number 4 is all about, like, you've manifested this new life that's coming towards you. You manifested it, like you did it. You put in the hard work, you know. And the 4s are about stabilization. I feel like there's, you know, things may have been kind of chaotic up until this point, but things are very much about to stabilize for you. And I feel like they're going to stabilize forever. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's like you did the A part of your life and now you're moving on to like the B part, right, where things are going to be much more calm. You have weave together the crown you deserve. So this is a number 5. So I feel like, yeah, see, you've definitely been through like tough times here. The thing is, you've put in the work to get to where you are now. Don't doubt that, because there's some really big change coming in for you here, like with number 5. Like at number 5, they're all about change. The number 5s are all about change. So there's something here about you stepping into some kind of leadership position, Gemini, or something like that. Because also the thing with this Thorns card, it doesn't just talk about a crown for you, it talks about helping other people to make their own crowns. So it's almost like that's what you're going to be doing. You know, it's like you've kind of leveled up to such a point where it's like now you can kind of teach other people how to level up as well. You have Lavender, surround yourself with love. So this is a number 10 card. I feel like you're about to come into a kind of soul family situation. You know, maybe if you've not had that many friends around you, or like you've kind of, I don't know, I feel like you've been through a lot. So you may have kind of lost some friends, or you may not be like very close with your family, or, you know, this could be like a romantic partner coming in or something that's going to bring like a soul family with them kind of thing. But I see you very much, there's just like this calm that's coming in for you, and that's a number 10 card, you know. So it's like some kind of cycle has ended, and again, just as I'm saying that, you have every hurricane comes to an end. So I feel like life has just been like a hurricane, like you've just been kind of almost firefighting and kind of living in survival mode for a long time, and now is the time. There's some kind of peacefulness coming into you now. Like it's like you've reached the point where you wanted to go, and now it's time to relax a little bit, you know. It's like you're getting your fairy tale ending, and I do feel there's some kind of soul family coming in. Like if you've not, like I would just want to say this again, like if you find yourself like not having a lot of friends or not having like a community around you, there's some kind of community coming in where you're going to feel very welcome, very loved, very chilled, very relaxed. That could just be with one person, or it could be a new group of friends that you're going to find. Or it could also be some of you might have some kind of community on social media that you're like leveling up to, you know, that you're going to do really well in. And I feel like if you are doing that, it's something about helping other people to see their own worth or something like that. And you have 44 here. Every hurricane comes to an end. Storm. So you've definitely been through some kind of storm here. But they're saying it's coming to an end now. Like, I just feel like everything's been very chaotic. You know, you might have spent a lot of time kind of running around trying to achieve whatever this goal is. But they're saying like it's coming to an end now. You can relax now. I feel like there's a really peaceful time coming in. And again, you know, 44 is like, the 4s are all about being protected. Like with the 44, like they're saying, don't worry, you're protected here. Also, you know, the 44, like the 4s are about manifestation, something stable coming in for sure. And you have feast, slow down and celebrate yourself. So in typical Gemini fashion, you know, you may have been running around for so long, and it's like once you achieved one thing, you were like, okay, that's that done, on to the next thing, right? And you've not really been taking the time to kind of take stock of how amazing the things that you've done are. That's what I'm sort of getting here. Because I really feel like you've come a very far way, a very long way in a short time. You know, you've definitely reached some kind of pinnacle here, like you've reached something that you wanted to do, and now is the time for, like I said, this peace and harmony and like enjoyment and fun to come in. You know, now is the time to kind of literally, I feel like, rest for some of you, because this is a number 2 card, so the 2s are all about balance, you know. Maybe taking some time out to maybe watch your diet as well, Gemini, if you're not doing that. Like, it might be good for you to be introducing more fruits into your diet, because you've really come very far. So they're saying, like, you know, rather than, you know, you've achieved this, because I feel like whatever this is you've achieved, it's something big, right? Or you're about to achieve something big. And they're saying, like, okay, instead of doing what you always do, which is like, once you've completed something, like I said, you're immediately thinking about the next thing. Stop. Like, stop and take the time to be like, damn, I really achieved something really good here. Like, I'm really proud of myself. I've done really well. I'm going to stop and like take time to, like, you know, eat the fruits along the way, smell the roses kind of thing. You're really coming up as someone, you really achieved something. I don't know if you stepped into some kind of leadership role, or for the feminines, you may have stepped into your divine feminine here. You have the tiger, accept your magnificence, and yeah, and you have the dolphin, live joyfully in the present. Sorry, I'm scratching my back. So yeah, with Archangel Raphael as well, he always brings a lot of healing with him. It's time for you to take time. Oh, sorry, my back's really itchy. You know, instead, because I do feel like you've kind of, it's quite similar to Aries reading. I wonder if some of you have Aries in your chart or something, but it's almost like you've kind of just been, maybe not necessarily in survival mode, some of you may have, but it's like you've just been going, like for so long to try and get to this target, this goal. And I do feel it's like once you've completed one thing, you're just immediately on to the next thing. But they're saying, like, now, like, no, stop that, and actually take the time out to appreciate what you have done and how far you have come, because you have come a long way, and you have really, I don't know what this is, but you've achieved something really amazing here. Also definitely with the tiger, like there's some kind of healing here, because you may have gotten yourself into this kind of workaholic state, because you always feel like you have to be bigger and better, right? You always feel like you have to be doing something, like, I don't know, proving yourself to someone else or just to yourself. You know, maybe there's some lingering childhood thing about that, or maybe it's just a Gemini thing, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's time for you to start celebrating yourself and just seeing how awesome you are, and seeing how amazing the things that you've done are, and just who you are, like seeing how amazing who you are really is. Okay, you have, right, oh my god, so underneath the lioness, you've earned all your stripes. You have the 5 of Wands, challenging times. So you've definitely been through a lot of challenging times. I don't know if there's been fighting with some people, or just general chaos. The 5 of Wands is kind of, did I say swords? No, this is Wands. I meant to say Wands. Because the 5 of Wands can be like fighting with people, or it can be chaos, but you've earned your stripes. Do not question whatever this huge thing is you're about to achieve, or you have achieved. Do not question your right to have it, because you fought tooth and nail to get where you are. You may have had people fighting against you the whole way, or it may have just been very challenging to get where you are, but I feel like you've kind of had to be in warrior mode for a long time to get to where you are. And now is like I said, it's like the flip side, like side B, track B. Like the peace is coming now. So you can kind of let that shield down a bit now as well, Gemini, okay? Spread your wings. You have the 2 of Wands. I feel like you're kind of almost, it's like you're creating a role for yourself. With spread your wings and this thorns card, weave together the crown you deserve. I feel like maybe you're doing something very different to maybe what you expected to do. Maybe something in your career took a bit of a turn here and you're doing something you didn't really expect to do. But they're saying whatever this is, you're very, very good at it. You're going to be very good at it. Because it's like this path has already been laid out for you. It's like almost like a destined path that you were supposed to follow. And both of these are very purple cards, which always puts me in mind of the 3rd eye chakra. So it's almost like you've been guided to where you're going by your own intuition. You know what I mean? It's like you didn't really know where you were going, but you kind of did, because your intuition was telling you. I feel like there's it's something like where you're looking after people, or you're teaching people, or you're showing people how to love themselves, or it's something quite motherly, or like something like that you're doing. And you have the crown chakra. So I really, really feel like you're about to find your peace. This has come out underneath this card here. I'm gonna try and get it out without messing up the other cards. This card here, what I was saying about, like, you're about to find your soul family, or you're about to find your peace. Now your soul family could just be like one person that you're gonna find at the moment, or it could be like a new group of friends, or, you know, like I said, like a community on YouTube or Twitter or something like this. But the crown chakra talks about being really at peace, you know, not just with yourself, but peace generally with the world. Like when the crown chakra is open, it kind of, it opens that unconditional love, because you start to, you feel connected to the universe. So you're like, oh, you know, I just kind of feel at one with the universe. I feel at one with like people. Like I understand more where people are coming from. You know, it might, because you found this level of peace, I feel like it's going to, I don't know, there may have just been a lot of conflict in your life with people in the past. Maybe because you couldn't find your own peace, or maybe because you were attracting the wrong kind of people all the time. Because you weren't in the right space. You know, it wasn't your fault. It was just because you were maybe because you've maybe come from a lot of chaos with that Five of Wands. Maybe that goes way back to childhood. Maybe it's just the general kind of a little chaotic energy of the Gemini. I don't know, but I feel like you're really about to find your peace. You are going to be surrounded with love. Like I said, whether that's with your family or your friends, maybe you're going to start a family. I just feel like you're going to feel very at one with the universe, very at peace with yourself and others. What else for Gemini, please? I'm supposed to get, I think, a couple more cards from this other deck, am I? Yeah. Okay. Excuse me, Gemini. What else for Gemini, please? Oh my god, you have the Ace of Cups. Some of you have a new love coming in. Love abounds. This is the Ace of Cups. So this has come out underneath the Storm card. Every hurricane comes to an end. So it may have been for some of you, I don't want to limit this just to love. I feel like maybe your life has just generally been a bit chaotic for a little while. It may have always been kind of chaotic, Gemini. But there's like for some of you, this is a new love, a brand new love coming in with that Ace of Cups. It's like starting a whole new cycle with this person. It's literally like coming out of the hurricane and just stepping into this Ace of Cups energy. For those of you who are not interested in love, this is self-love and peace that you're coming into now. I mean, that's the case for those of you interested in love too, but like if you're not interested in love, it's about self-love, peace within yourself. And I also feel like you're going to be doing something that you really, really love. Some of you definitely have like a love coming in, and you have the Seven of Wands. All right, you have reached, okay, and also you have this High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. I love this High Priestess. I think she's my favorite High Priestess in all the decks. I don't know why. Let me leave her out for a minute. So you have this feast, slow down and celebrate yourself, and then you have the Seven of Wands here. So I feel like you've really achieved something here. I don't know if this is to do with your job. I feel like for many of you this could be to do with like reaching a certain position within your career or your job. It can also be just in life. I feel like you've really fought a lot of battles. You know, you may have had to stand up to a lot of people, like you may have had to stand up to a lot of people in your life. You may have had to leave a lot of people behind. But you did it. I really feel like this celebrate your card, you celebrate yourself card is like you've gotten yourself into a place where you're really celebrating yourself, like you're really standing up for yourself, listening to your intuition here, like really doing what it is you want to do, saying what you want to say, going where you want to go, you know, because Gemini have this reputation for some reason of being dicks, and I don't know why we do. Because we're really, really nice, like we're really generally very amenable. It's only when people they cross that line, when they completely take advantage of us, and then they're like, oh my god, Gemini reacted. Gemini's such an a-hole. And you're like, well, no. No. But I feel like this is, you've really started like, you know, boundaries have been put in place. You've started standing up for yourself. Even with, they may have been some quite formidable opponents, Gemini, as well, for some of you. But yeah, in terms of career, like the Seven of Wands card, it can talk about being really, really good at what you do. There's also this energy with the Seven of Wands of kind of this tall poppy syndrome. You may have been a bit reluctant to get into some kind of leadership role in the past. This chick's kind of putting me in Emperor vibe. I feel like you stepped into Emperor mode here. Like leadership, successful, you know, and it's come from the benefit of your experience. Because you know exactly what people are about now, because there's so much of this purple like third eye. Because that's what the third eye is about. It's about seeing through things, seeing through the veil, seeing through people, seeing through situations, right? Being guided by that inner knowing and be like, I see you're saying one thing, but I'm feeling another, right? You know, like I don't know, a salesman or something when they're trying to snake oil you and you're like, I don't think so. I see through you. Because you may not have wanted to step into this leadership role before because you were kind of scared of being torn down by people. Because that's another thing about Geminis. I often say it in the Leo readings, but I think it's important for Gemini to hear it too. You came here to shine. That is one of your gifts. That's why you chose to be born under the sign, right? To shine, to make people happy, to get attention. There's nothing wrong with you getting attention. You're a Gemini. You're supposed to get attention, right? That's kind of one of your jobs. So the fact that you have kind of refused to step into this leadership role until now has been because you've had some kind of emotional scarring from the past, because every time you've tried to, someone has smacked you down, right? Or they've been like, God, you're so like, oh, I don't know, like you're so selfish, or you're such an attention seeker, or blah, 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 but you're not. It's like Leo, you're not actually an attention seeker, it's just that you get a lot of attention naturally, right? So, you know, maybe in the past you've been like, oh, I don't want to step into a leadership role, I don't want to be this manager, or even like, I don't want to stand up for myself, like I don't want to be seen. But actually that was one of your life purposes, was so you could be okay with being seen. Because I think there's something very important you're supposed to do that's really going to help other people, but in order to do it you had to be seen, right? You had to spread your wings, because this path has been laid out for you, whatever it is you're doing now. It could also be you may not know what this job is yet. You may figure this out in the next year or so, but they've been kind of preparing you, like all this bullshit that you've been through with like people. Because I feel there's something here about people have been knocking you down, or people have been fighting with you or something. And it's been to prepare you to step into this role so you would no longer give an ish, right? About, you know, because you're not going to be a great leader if when someone says something mean to you, you immediately crumble and be like, oh, well, we'll just do it your way then, you're right. Like, oh my God, all hail you. You know, the leaders don't do that, right? Because leaders are kind of strong in themselves. I mean, obviously you listen to the opinions of other people, but that's not the same thing as taking on board every shitty thing that someone says to you, right? Or someone trying to make you feel like you shouldn't be in a leadership position because they're jealous or they don't want to see you shine, right? That's a different thing. And also, I want to say again with the Seven of Wands, in terms of career, it talks about like it's been a tough road. You know, you may have been applying for a job, or you may have been, just for example, trying to get to a promotion where there was a lot of competition, but you've done it, you've won. Okay, so the pressure is kind of off a little bit here. And you also have Listen. Sorry, Gems, my camera cut out. You have Listen, the High Priestess, Intuition, and you have Blossom. So there's something here like, keep listening to your intuition. Take some time out and listen to yourself, listen to your body, listen to your emotions, because you may have some suppressed emotions you have to deal with because you've been fighting, you've been in survival mode for so long. Also, other people may have belittled your emotions in the past, so it's time for you to release those emotions, okay? So listen to your intuition, because your intuition has guided you this far. Keep going with your intuition and listen to what your body and your soul are telling you. You're about to blossom. And also with, you know, this is the Judgment card in the Rider-Waite deck, so you're creating a whole new life for yourself. You're very, I don't think you're quite in this new cycle yet. I would say maybe weeks, Gemini. It's like you're closing something down. It's like all the hard work has been done, but I think just before you step into that new cycle, there may be like 2 weeks of rest that they want you to take. Okay, maybe to like improve your diet, or just listen to your body, like listen to what it wants. Yeah, I'm not going to take any more from that deck. I put that away, and I want to get into this deck. And I also want to pull, I'm sorry, I keep changing my mind. They gave me an awful lot of these cards. I wasn't expecting it, kind of threw me. What else for Gemini? Okay, you have allow flow and synchronicity into your life. So this is kind of following on from what I was just saying. This is a Sacral Chakra color card, the orange. The Sacral Chakra is the one that deals with emotions, like repressed, well, not repressed, but just allowing yourself to feel and acknowledge your emotions. It's very similar to the Aries reading, actually. Like, when this Sacral Chakra is blocked, you may want to watch the Aries reading if you have Aries in your chart or something, because there may be a message in there for you. But when the Sacral Chakra is blocked, it can be actually difficult for you to identify what emotion you are currently feeling, like a 5-year-old, right? And I say this with love because I struggle with it myself. Try it. Don't try it now, but maybe try it with yourself at like some random point during the day. Just stop and be like, what am I feeling? Or like maybe if somebody, I don't know, if something happens to upset you, maybe stop and be like, what am I actually feeling? Is it grief? Is it anger? Is it pride? Is it joy? What am I feeling? I mean, not if something bad happens, but I mean just generally throughout the day. Because I think it's time for you to start tapping into this, your Sacral Chakra, because honestly you've been in fight, I want to say fight or flight, like fighter mode for so long. I feel like you've had to fight a lot of battles, but you've done it now, Gemini. You've gotten to where you're supposed to be, so you can relax now a little bit. Okay, you can start to let these emotions out, because when the Sacral Chakra is blocked, when you're not actually acknowledging your own emotions, things are not going to flow. You're not going to be as creative. And it also, the Sacral Chakra is the seat of the soul. Like, it's the seat of expressing who you are. Up until this point, I think you've been kind of overworking yourself and always be thinking about the future. Like, okay, so I've done this now, what am I going to do now, right? What's the next 7 things that I want to do? Or what, at least what's the next thing that I want to do? But now, it's time for you to kind of be in the present. Take pleasure in what this is you have created and this level that you've got to, and start doing nice things for yourself, like treating yourself. You know, even small things, right? Instead of working yourself into the ground all the time, go for a walk if that's what you like to do, right? You know, stop and work early to have a bath. Decorating the house nicely, right? Spending that extra £10 to maybe buy a nice throw, or like, I don't know what guys like, but for women, like, I don't know, like a nice cushion or like a nice picture or something like that, right? That maybe you wouldn't have done normally. Because that's the thing, when this Sacral Chakra is blocked, it can be difficult for you even to do the most basic things for yourself like that. Or take some time out to kind of, you know, appreciate your body. Because when this starts to open, creativity is going to flow a lot more, and you're going to feel a lot more content. The Sacral Chakra is the seat of contentment. When it is closed, it is difficult for you to kind of feel content within the moment. I'm just going to reshuffle that because I feel like I just dropped it. Let's get one more for this for Gemini. What else for Gemini, please? That's the one that wanted to cut, yeah. these are the ones that basically wanted to come out before. I don't know why I even bother trying to resist spirit. So you have the indigo, improve your vision, which again, this is more of the third eye color. That's the exact color that I associate with the third eye. So you need to start seeing yourself for who you really are, all right? Everybody else can see it, but you, Gemini. Spirit wants you to see how magnificent you are, because this is coming out right underneath this tiger. Accept your magnificence. There's some kind of healing coming in for you here, for you to see how strong and powerful and amazing you really are, because everybody else can see it. That's why they've always fought you. That's why they've always tried to keep you down, right? To stop you from shining, right? This like living in the present is going to help open your sacral chakra as well. I mean, if you want to do more work on your sacral chakra, there's a ton of meditations you can do. I will try to remember to leave the one that I use in the comments. You also have more sacral chakra here. You have apricot, rejoice and laugh. So it's definitely time here, and this is a number 2 as well. So it's time to bring more balance into your life. I feel like you've not been having enough fun, which for a Gemini is essential. You have to have fun. And also, I said this in a different video, in one of the videos on my other channel recently, like joy and laughter is such a high vibration emotion. You know, if you want to raise your vibration quickly, like enjoying your life and laughing is a really easy way to do that, because enlightenment is like 700 and like laughter and joy are like 520. You know, it's really, really high. And also this improve your vision card is like a number 4. So again, you accepting how amazing you are is really going to help you manifest whatever this is you're trying to do. Because I do feel there's something to do with you like helping other people, like teaching or showing them something. And when you start to see how magnificent you are, this is going to help you step more into that role with ease, like it's going to be easy, you know what I mean? And you have rejuvenate your body. This is the color of the root chakra as well. So there may have been some fear around not having enough money. There's also this fear with the root chakra. Any kind of fear of insecurity is going to affect the root chakra, okay? The root chakra likes to feel secure. So if you have been in a constant state of flux, you know, not diarrhea, but like a constant state of kind of chaos, like maybe you've moved around a lot, maybe you switched jobs a lot, maybe there's just been a lot of chaos with people, like maybe there's been instability in your love life or instability with your friends or family or something. All of this type of thing causes the root chakra to get blocked. So definitely try and kind of live in the moment a little bit more. You may want to do some work on your root chakra too, because that will really help you live in the moment, and also it helps to get rid of fear. But I feel like you're reaching some level of stability that's going to ease your mind a lot in terms of like fear of not having enough money, because that may have been an issue for you. Is this not focused? Sorry guys. This camera, I swear. Does it always have to be this way, camera? Oh my god. But definitely take some time out to rejuvenate your body, because I'm kind of getting a sense of guilt around taking time out to look after your body. I don't know if this is just something that is innately Gemini, or if it's something you learned early on, or if it's something you associated with like a poverty thing, like, oh, I can't stop, I have to keep going, I have to prove this to myself, to other people. It's almost like when you don't take proper care of your body, it's almost like it comes from a place of like a lack of self-worth, right? Like, oh, the body's not the important thing, like making money or doing this thing, the next thing, or proving myself, that's the important thing. But you're coming into a time now where, like I said, you're releasing that kind of energy, so you can literally start, like, it's time now, Gemini, for you to start taking care of your body, getting enough sleep. Like things associated with the root chakra is like eating properly or just eating, because Geminis are notorious junk food addicts. So put the Doritos down and go and make yourself a meal, right? Lots of water, lots of sleep, exercising, this kind of thing. I mean, you may already be doing all that stuff. It's just maybe someone needs to hear that message. Gemini, oh my god, you have the Death card. Peace. I actually really like this card. I really like this deck because I think that's such a nice interpretation of the Death card, like peace. So underneath, this has come out underneath the Lioness, you've earned your stripes. This one here, the challenging time ones, the 5 of Wands. And it's another purple card. So again, I really feel like your third eye is like wide open at the moment, Gemini. You're being heavily led by your own inner wisdom. Because, excuse me, you know what? This is the thing with Geminis as well. A lot of people call us crazy because they're like, oh my god, like what are you doing now? You're always doing something crazy. It's because often we're being led by this third eye, like our inner vision. Like we see like a vision. We have a really good imagination. We see a vision that maybe someone else wouldn't see, right? So maybe what you're doing seems a little crazy to someone that can't see the vision, but because you can see it, you just follow your vision, all right? Don't be interested in what anyone else is telling you to do or anything like that. But yeah, this is coming underneath like the Lioness, you've earned your stripes, challenging times. You're coming into a period of peace now. This is really heavily what's coming through in the reading, like peace, you know, with the Death card, like you've done part A of your life, right? And you're coming into the part B side now, like the challenging times are over. You have ticked off those lessons that you had to learn. You've done what you needed to do. Release the past. There is a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. You know, let go and let God sort it out. So the challenging times are over, okay? This is the time for peace now for you. And Gemini, you have earned it. I feel like you've been in fighter mode for so long, and I also feel like very few people have congratulated you for what you've achieved. So you may not hear this a lot because there may be some jealousy or you may be fighting with a lot of people, but you have done really well. I feel like you've almost done something like many people would consider almost impossible. So you've done really well. I feel like you need to hear that. What else for Gemini? You have the Knight of Pentacles. So there could be, okay, no, this is about this here. Okay, they'll give us more about this love coming in here, but you have the Knight of Pentacles here. So this has come out underneath this Thorns card. Weave together the crowns you deserve. The crown you deserve. You remember what I was saying about there's some kind of job? It doesn't even have to be a job, but some kind of role where you're going to be like giving people wisdom or like looking after people or teaching them or something. And I think this is going to be something new for you. Like you may not have expected to do this. It may have been a bit of a curveball, but rest assured it's because look at that pathway. Whatever this is that you're about to do or that you're currently doing is what you came here to do, okay? There's a lot to accomplish with this new path, okay? I feel like it's something almost brand new. I feel like it, because this card, it talks about in this deck, there's so much to accomplish. Being watched over by someone very kind. I feel like this is you. I feel like this is what you're gonna do. I don't know what that means, but I'm kind of getting like a motherly kind of Gaia, divine feminine kind of vibe, or like for the males watching or the masculines watching, like a fatherly kind of energy, you know, where you're, it's like you've achieved the point that you wanted to get to and now you can kind of show others how to do it, but you're going to do it in a kind way that you never got. You know, It could even be for some of you like you're becoming a mother, and you know, you're like, or you're becoming a father and you're like, well, I'm gonna do it in a nice way. Like, I'm not gonna be the type of parent that I had or the caregiver that I had. Okay, you have the 5 of Swords. Okay, so this has come out. See how he's cutting that etheric cord? This is Archangel Michael, the 5 of Michael, 5 of Swords. So again, it's come out underneath this, like, surround yourself with love card. So I feel like you've had to cut someone or a group of people off. I do keep picking up this vibe of like you've had to fight people. Not like fight them, but you know, there may have been a lot of people that tried to keep you down and you had to cut them off. Because the 5 of Swords, I'm going to read out the card, but then I'm going to talk more about it. The situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. So there's been some kind of situation that hasn't served you, and it's been to do with people or one person. But the thing is, you cutting the cords with these people from your past, or this person from your past, or the situation, could be talking about a job, you know, it's going to bring you in this soul family, like this peace, you know. Okay. Wow. If the moon here has just come out, let me just reshuffle that because I kind of feel like I dropped it. Clarify. Okay. Okay. Oh, you got 3. Okay, let's see what they are. So underneath you have the storm, every hurricane comes to an end, and then you have this Ace of Cups here. So clarifying the Ace of Cups, you have the 9 of Cups, and you have the World, and you have the Emperor. So there's a few things here, all right? I'm going to talk about the love thing, but I'm going to talk about something else first. With the World, you have closed down, or you're in the process of closing down a cycle. And they want you to know you've done it really, really well, okay? Whatever this is you've done it really, really well. And your angels, they want to say like, well done, like we're proud of you. Because I think you haven't heard that a lot. But you're definitely closing down some kind of cycle here. And with the 9 of Cups, this is like a wish fulfillment. There's some kind of wish fulfillment coming in. The 9 of Cups talks about being very happy. Like exactly where you are, right? You may not be at the 10 of Cups, like you may not be exactly where you want to be, but the 9 of Cups, it's the peace is coming in, like the wish fulfillment of this peace and stability that you've been trying to manifest. Because I feel like that's what you've wanted. You know, you've had all the chaotic energy, and now you're in a place where you're like, I just want to be, like, I just want to rest. I just want peace. Like all your concerns are just going to be fading away here, because I feel like you've reached this kind of emperor status here, like this emperor stage where it's like you've been through all the crap and you've moved into some kind of leadership position, whether that's within a job or it's like within yourself. Like you've got to this point now where there's a lot of self-love here. You've accomplished a lot of things that you wanted to do. I feel like you're really good at something. There's some kind of position that you got to, or there's some kind of position you're going to get to where you're going to get a lot of respect. And it's kind of to do with like, excuse me, Gemini. I'm so sorry about my throat. It's kind of to do with this experiences you've been through. So I do feel like some of you have kind of had to fight your way to get to where you are. And this may be the benefit of your experience that you're going to give to other people. Like maybe you're going to be a counselor. I don't know. But it's like, I keep getting this like, I'm going to do it right. Like I'm going to be nice. Like I'm going to be kind about it. I'm going to show people how to do this, but in a kind way. Also, for some of you, you have an emperor coming in. Or an empress, you know, if you want to take it that way, like this new love that's coming in, they're showing up as an emperor. So you could be dealing with an Aries. They don't have to be, of course. But if you were dealing with an Aries, it would explain why the Aries reading is so similar. Like maybe you're mirroring each other. But this person here, they're badass, okay? And I do feel like it's someone new, you know, with the Ace of Cups. I don't feel like this is an old love coming in. It may be someone you've been waiting for a little while, but I feel like you've not had any kind of relationship. It's going to feel new. You know what I mean? But this person, they're very organized, they're very logical, kind of giving me Virgo vibes, to be honest. Very structured, very disciplined. They themselves are kind of leadership energy. You know, they could be like, they could own their own business, or they could be a manager or some kind of team leader or something like this. But this person is going to be a wish fulfillment. They're really going to help, you know, the Ace of Cups is unconditional love. This person's going to show you what unconditional love is. And with the World card, it's going to be you're entering a whole new cycle with this person. Like when this person comes into your life, sorry Gemini, I'm getting too hot now. When this person comes into your life, because it may be someone you already know, but there's been some kind of something had to end before they could come in. That could be something on their own side had to end before they could come in. But they're going to show you like a whole new, you're going to step into a whole new life together, you know. I feel like this person's very, very balanced. So they may show you how to be more balanced as well. And let's get one more from this deck. What else for Gemini, please? Did something flip over? I can't see what it was. I feel like I dropped these. What else for Gemini, please? Oh, it did. You have the Page of Cups flipped over. A new person enters your life. So yeah, I feel like this wants to go here. I feel like there's an extra one. Yeah, this Page of Cups here. For some of you, it could be a Pisces, or they could have that in their chart somewhere. But this is like, yeah, for a lot of you, there's a new person entering your life. Like if that's what you want, if you're looking for love, there's someone coming in. And they are a sweetheart. They could be younger than you. Or there could be an age gap, you know, maybe you're younger than them, but they're a sweetheart. The Page of Cups is a sweetheart. They might be kind of shy. But like really romantic, really sweet. Maybe kind of wear their heart on their sleeve a little bit, this person. Like maybe, sorry Gemini, my camera cut out. Like they may be, like the Page of Cups is, they may come to you kind of emotional. I just feel like they're very, very sweet, and maybe it's not so much emotional. I just feel like they have an awful lot of love to give. And they're really going to want to give it to you. Like this person's going to want to give you a lot of love. They're a very balanced energy, like the Emperor with the Page of Cups. It's like they're very structured, they're very organized, very disciplined, very successful. But at their core, they're just like this little sweet little boy or little girl. Do you know what I mean? That just wants to be loved. They're very romantic, very sweet. Also Gemini, I want to say that maybe your psychic gifts are going to be heightened soon, because the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups can often talk about that. Let's get one more. You have the Sun. Alright, let's see what else here. Yeah, there is something here about you didn't want to be in the spotlight before, because you have the Sun and you have the Hierophant. And it's come out underneath. Remember I was talking about this? With the Seven of Wands and this feast, slow down and celebrate yourself. Remember I was talking about it and I was saying like In the past, you may have resisted being in the spotlight because you were scared someone was going to tear you down. You may have Leo in your chart, but some of you, on a excuse me, on a random note, you may have a Taurus watching you that's going to come in very suddenly and tell you something. They're going to reveal something to you. I don't know what that is, but for some of you that's maybe a thing. He's watching you, he or she, they're watching you, okay? But you're going to be stepping into the spotlight here. Because I feel like all of this that you've been through, maybe everything in your life up until this point, was to get you to step into this leadership role that you didn't want to step into. You could have brought that, now it doesn't have to be from this life, you could have brought that through from a past life, right? Something may have happened in a past life that's made you not want to step into this leadership energy, and that may be why you chose to be born under the sign of Gemini in this life, so you could deal with it, right? But you're going to be some kind of leader. You're going to be in the spotlight in some way. Whether that's your job or just in life, you're much more willing to be seen. Some of you with the Hierophant here, you're some kind of, it's like a manager position or some kind of leader, someone people listen to. It could be something to do with spirituality. You could be a teacher. The Hierophant is a teacher. And you have this Knight of Wands here as well. So I think it may happen quite suddenly, Gemini. Like you may be suddenly propelled into the spot. Like for those of you who may, I don't know, for example, like maybe you're on social media, it may, like, there we go, happen quite fast. But it's something to do, it's like now that you're ready to be in that position, it's going to happen quite fast. But also I feel like with the Knight of Fire here, like the Knight of Wands, you're going to be very, very self-assured. Like a lot more self-assured than you've ever been before. Right? There's going to be this kind of energy of like, are you questioning me? Like, don't question me. Whereas before, you may have been like, oh, you think this is wrong? I should do it differently? Okay, let's do it differently then, because obviously you're right. That's right. I feel like there's no more of that shit. You're going to be much more like, yeah, we won't be doing that. We're going to be doing this my way. And people are just going to be like, okay, cool. Just do it your way then, bitch. I'm kidding. But yeah. I think there's also something, because maybe you're doing something you're going to be very passionate about. I just think it's like very bold. The Knight of Wands is an energy of being very bold. If you are dealing with a Taurus, I feel like there's maybe someone from your past that's going to come in very quickly. They may have been a very in and out energy. This is two energies, okay? There's someone new, but I feel like this is an older energy here that's lingering, and I feel like the Spirit wants you to say no, alright? Spirit wants you to stand up to them. If this is a past energy, okay, I feel like Spirit wants you to say no, because look at that. Look at that. Right? It doesn't have to be a lover, you know, it could be like a boss that you're supposed to stand up to. It could be someone in your family, it could be a friend that puts you down, but there's someone that you're supposed to stand up to because you've wasted enough time on them, is what they're saying. And you have something beautiful, like if you're looking for love, you have a beautiful new love here that is coming in very soon. I feel like it's literally, Gemini, you might have like a couple of weeks here where they want you to rest, and then this new person's going to come in, like, I don't know. It's something like that. I feel like it's not going to be very long. But yeah, this Taurus energy, they may have been very flighty, or someone who was kind of in and out. I feel like they're going to come in and tell you something. Alright, what else for Gemini, please? I'm not going to take too many more cards because I know it's kind of a long reading and people are probably going to get bored, but I'm just going to get a couple from this deck. What else for Gemini, please? Anything else for Gemini from this deck? Okay, oh my god, you definitely have a romance coming in For some of you, it could be a Virgo, because I keep getting this, you have this grace, tall, utilitarian, organized, intimidating. Not that Virgos are utilitarian and intimidating, but they kind of are, right? They're very organized is what I'm trying to say. Which can be a little intimidating for a Gemini, right? So you have water, I think Taurus had this one. Reflection, kindness, compassion. You have the Greys, short, timid, misunderstood, and shy. And you have the Venusians, romance, soulmates, empathy. This card hardly ever comes out. I love this card. So you definitely have a soulmate here, Gemini. Like you have a romance here, like you're going to be so in love with this person. If you're looking for love, you know, you definitely have this person coming in here. They could be a Capricorn as well. But it's like, you know, you have the 9 of Cups here with the Page of Cups. So it's like a 10 of Cups situation. Like this person's your happily ever after. It's almost like they're your reward for going through all this pish that you had to go through. But you were being trained to step into, it's like some kind of leadership role. You may have been, Geminis are always misunderstood. I don't know why. People just misunderstand us, but you may have been, and I know that Geminis don't usually have a reputation for being shy, but actually we kind of are, right? Like sometimes we can be shy. We may talk a lot, but actually with the wrong kind of people we can be very shy. I think maybe because you were kind of always reluctant to let yourself be seen. There was like a timidity to you in the past that you're kind of growing out of. But it's because you understand where that's come from in people that you're going to be able to help them. You may help people come out of their shell in some way. But I feel like this is you're spreading your wings and coming out of your shell. And when you do this, like when you allow yourself to be seen, you're going to help so many people in some way, is what I want to say. Yeah, you're kind of in a little period of reflection at the moment, Gemini, okay? That's what you're doing at the moment. You may feel like, oh my god, I'm bored because I'm not doing anything. Or you're going to come into this period very soon. But that's what they're saying, like you don't constantly need to be doing something else. This is a time for reflection. This is a time for peace. You know, because the challenging times are over. It's time for you to kind of get out of fight or flight mode and be living in the moment. Let your sacral chakra open. You're kind of preparing, some of you who are interested in love, you're preparing for this love to come in. For those of you not interested in love, like you're literally, this is you just coming into your own. So there's like a little period of kind of almost settling into the new you. And maybe reflecting about a lot of the things that have gone on in your past. You know? It may even cause you to kind of be more relaxed about a lot of the things that have gone on in your past. Because you may come to some kind of conclusion like, yes, that person kind of treated me badly, but at the same time, like, I'm kind of glad it happened, because if it hadn't happened, I wouldn't be where I am. I wouldn't have these experiences. I wouldn't be able to be doing what I'm doing now, or something like this. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like compassion for yourself, Gemini, is really important at the moment. Like not just working yourself even more into the ground. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, something's gonna happen kind of fast. But definitely you have like a new soul group coming in here, like a new group of friends. Like I feel like this new love is maybe gonna bring, they're your soul family. There's new love coming in here. And like I said, for those of you not interested in love, you're gonna meet your soul family. Okay, what else for Gemini, please? Anything else for Gemini? You have take care of your body, definitely. Definitely time to slow down, take care of your body. And also with the, I was kind of saying that earlier, right? With the water here, allow yourself to get in touch with your emotions, because I know what we're like. I'm a Gemini myself, so it's like, ugh, emotions. I don't have time for that. Get out of here. I got stuff to do. But actually at the moment, Gemini, I think you're going to end up with like more free time. I think you're about to, it's almost like you're kind of winding down a little bit because you've achieved this thing. It's almost like you've gone and kind of relaxed. So it is time to start acknowledging your emotions. It's time to maybe deal with like repressed emotions. It's also time to take care of your body, because that's the thing, Gemini. A lot of emotions can be trapped in the body. Like with Chinese medicine, you know, they talk about like anger is stored in the liver, fear is stored in the kidneys. Like, you know, you maybe don't believe that, but if you want to go and Google it, it's fascinating. So you have unhealthy mindsets here as well. So there may be some kind of unhealthy mindset you're getting yourself out of, like trying to do too much all the time, right? Always thinking, yeah, look, you're trying to do too much, and you have stop feeling guilty. So there's like this, I don't know if this is like a learned thing in childhood or it's just something you developed, but it's like you never let yourself relax. You never let yourself stop. You're always, it's like once you've achieved something, you're on to the next thing. You got to stop that, for at least for now, okay? They want you to rest, because there's some kind of unhealthy mindset where you always feel like you have to be doing a million things, or you feel guilty. You know, this is something else. Guilt blocks the sacral chakra. So maybe if you were made to feel guilty for resting as a child, or you just have a weird sense of inner guilt if you rest, or maybe you had a relationship where you were with someone that was always like, oh my god, you're just gonna sit around all day when there's chores to be done? Like, yeah, on my day off, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I feel like that's what they want you to do. Like, stop trying to get everything done at the same time, like, because you had to do that before, right? You had to do it because you didn't have enough time not to. There was like some kind of survival thing where it was necessary at the time, but they're saying that part of your life is over now. That's what they're saying. All right, so stop trying to do so much. I'm just gonna get a couple. You have divine timing here. So there's something about divine timing. Everything is happening in divine timing. You have, it's time to rest. You also have, it's time to drop some dead weight. So if there are things in your schedule I don't know if there's something, I'm going to say something else about that card, but if there's things in your schedule that you can drop, do them, like unnecessary things, like maybe you're making your life a bit hard because you feel like literally guilty when you try and stop. You know, maybe get rid of some of that stuff in your schedule. My guides give me this card when I don't get enough exercise, okay? Sometimes they give me this when they're like, get out of the house and exercise, okay? Get out of the house and go for a walk because it's good for your heart, you know? So yeah, maybe they're saying like get some more exercise, Gemini, like it'll make you feel better. And let's get one more. Stop trying to save people who hurt you. Okay. So this could also be with time to drop some dead weight. It could be about this person for those of you that have like this Taurus energy, or there could be a Leo. It could be a Leo that's coming back. I feel like for some of you there's this Taurus that wants to come back in, or this Leo, but this could also be a general thing. Like I feel like you've had to fight quite hard with people and like really stand up for yourself. So maybe you're feeling guilty about doing that. There may be some people that you have to cut out, Gemini, like a person or some people that you have to cut out. They're saying if they're not with you now, they weren't meant to come with you. You cannot save people who don't want to be saved. Do you know what I mean? And if there's like someone in your life or people who are repeatedly hurting you, you gotta stop trying to save them. Okay? So this could be like where the time to drop some dead weight. Like it could be this person coming back in, or it could be different people. And I just want to get one of these. And this is the last card, Gemini. You have commitment. Oh my god, you have commitment coming in. La la la. So for some of you looking for love, you have a commitment coming in here. Okay, this is the one now, Gemini. I feel like you may have someone from your past coming back to test you. Okay, but like I said, they're saying stand up strong to them. Doesn't have to be a lover as well. Like I said, it could be anyone, but I do feel like for some of you this is a love situation where you have someone coming back and you're going to be like, no, and then this new person's coming in and it's commitment. But it's like, how much do you value yourself, right? We're going to put this past person in front of you that was in and out, treated you kind of badly, or treated you very badly, I don't know. Have you learned your lesson? Do you love yourself enough to say no to this person? Are you gonna feel guilty about saying no to this person, or are you gonna put yourself first for a change, Gemini, right? Also, like for those of you not looking for love, because you have been working so hard and so committed to whatever this vision is, you're gonna succeed, okay? The time you have been working so hard to whatever this vision is, you've been heard, okay? Angel wisdom reminds you that when you aim for a vision without doubt or deviation, it must succeed, okay? So you're gonna succeed in whatever this is. You know, you've worked so hard and now there's a time of relaxation, peace, new love coming in, Gemini. It's just beautiful. So I hope this was a useful reading, Gemini. Many thanks for watching. If it was useful, don't forget to like and subscribe for me if you feel like doing that. I'd appreciate that a lot. And don't forget to check out my new channel, How to Train Your Caterpillar. I would really appreciate that. The link will be in the description box. Many blessings, Gemini. Love and light.